The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young on this mid to late April day. It's raining out a little bit, but we have an amazing guest. We're going to Nashville again, another amazing singer-songwriter named Beth Holli. She's one of the most up-and-coming songwriters, just won an award for a lot of her new songs, and we're going to hear a couple of them about halfway through the show. But of course, before we get to her, I've got to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So, we have personal best karate in Southeastern. We have a new one, Lucky House Asian Restaurant in Taunton. We have Augie's Food Truck in Lakeville. They're also a new one. We have Royal Pizza in Rainham. Great to have them back. We have KC Dance Expressions in Rainham. They're a new one. We have Diesel Plus Unlimited in Whitman. We have Lola's Asian Mart LLC. They're a new one in Rainham also. Diesel Plus Unlimited is in Whitman. We have Boombox in Middleborough. We have Lynch's Towing, Auto, Cycle, and Truck Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. My pal Lynchy there is always looking for new wheels, scrap metal, anything to do with transportation. He handles it all. We have A1's Tire and Auto Center in Brockton, always in search of new service writers and techs. And even if you don't know how to do it, send someone by that does. We have One Good Credit in Brockton. We have the Hanover House of Pizza in Hanover. We have Tom Auto in Middleborough. We have Countertops Express in North Attleboro, experts in the installation and removal of quartz and granite. We have the Gunrunner LLC, the Second Amendment Freedom Store in Middleborough, well known for customer service, pricing, and selection. We have Eli's Auto Care in Taunton. We have Doggy Boutique, all breed professional grooming for dogs and cats, run by my great next door neighbor, Debbie Siddell in Brockton. We have Grant's Rental in Bridgewater. We have RW Carpet and Flooring in Norton, covering floors for 50 years. We have Easton Fitness in the Village Shops in Northeastern. We have the Cornerstone Barber Shop in Pembroke. We have Joe's Diner in Taunton, and we have Haven Psychiatric Services right here in the building at 50 Oliver Street, Northeastern. I want to thank you guys very much. And now, Beth Holli, how you doing today? Thanks for doing my show.
I'm doing great, but I can tell you right now, with all those sponsors that you have, that is amazing. I'm very pleased to be on here.
Well, I know. I mean, I like the fact that the guests realize they're being represented by a lot of people. That's the way it should be. That's
absolutely. That's impressive to me.
Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. Now you're a singer-songwriter who has just you sent me a bunch of clips of not just like chatted information on songs that you've done that were nominated for a lot of things. Is that correct?
And so that's correct.
Let's go over them. What exactly did you send me? Because I want to hear it from you.
The first song that I sent you was When I Dream.
Okay.
That was the most awarded song that I had so far, and that was one I wrote after my fiance passed. Oh. And it was really hard to get through that. So once I wrote that, it took me several years before I could record it. But once I did, it has been used on over 186 people on TikTok as their background music for their memories or, tributes to people.
Right. Okay.
And, but the two songs that I wanted you to spotlight was Please Don't Touch Me There, which is a song I wrote about my current husband.
Okay.
And it was about, because I did not want him getting that close to me with my heart. But I lost.
Okay.
And then the next one is called Bail Money.
Okay.
It is an amazing song. It has Brendan Fitzpatrick, who is a guitar player that Stevie Ray Vaughan deemed one of the best in the world.
Oh, wow.
And then there's Anton Fig, who was David Letterman's drummer in Paul Schaefer's band.
Okay.
And Stu Ham did the.
Isn't Paul Schaefer isn't he do the Kimmel Show?
Yeah. No, well, I don't know if he does the Kimmel show. I know he did the David Letterman show. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
if he,
Got it.
yeah.
Right. Sweet. Okay.
And then uh, Stu Ham did it was from Nevada, and he's a world renowned bassist.
Okay.
And then I had Lucas Woke, who did the guitar, and Jeff Kalimba, who did the mixing. And then you come down to Nashville, and you have Vicky Carico, who did a 6-part harmony. It was just amazing. I mean, she blew anybody away with her background talent. Well, she's a great singer, period. But her background voices is just amazing on records that she's done. And then I did the lead vocals, and Randy Course, who's a Grammy-winning engineer, had Josh Shillings come on and do the organ and piano,
Okay.
and he
So
did a fabulous job. So this has just been a that record alone was done during COVID, and we had just released it because it was done worldwide. Actually, is what it was.
so basically, yeah, during COVID, you were able to, hook up by Zoom and collaborate with these
Yes,
other artists, just like we're doing for my show.
right. And they were around the world.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Anton was in South Africa. Stu was in Nevada. Lucas, Jeff, and Brendan were in New Jersey. Vicky and Randy were, and Josh were in Nashville. I was in Birmingham, and then I came up to Nashville to do my voice.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it was definitely amazing to do.
Well, obviously, you're very well connected, and that's incredible.
That was a blessing, is what that was.
Of course it was, but you made it
It really
happen.
was.
If you didn't have the passion and the drive to do it, you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, and the thing is too, I felt very blessed to have those people accept to be in my on my record. It was such an honor to have them there,
Right. If the
and that they would even do this.
Yeah. But that obviously that says something about you and about what you've accomplished. Otherwise, because people, these band, I mean, I know a little about music. I took piano lessons for 7 years as a kid. But in terms of like backup people, and for a person like yourself who has a lot of potential, unless you really show that you have something that helps people, that makes people, or it gets their attention and they enjoy it, then you're not going to have, all these backup people helping you. So you obviously, very accomplished in what you've done and what you continue to
uh,
do.
I appreciate that, and the fact that they acknowledged it was
Yeah.
just very, very, very. I was very honored just to be in their company, and we're working on another record right now together with Anton, Stu, and Brendan. So I can't wait to see how that one comes out.
Okay. Well, now what I do with every guest, as you may have seen my show before, I try to profile them and find out what they were like as children and how they got to where they're at now. So tell me about your childhood. Where did you grow up? How did you get into music and other things that you've done? And we'll cover all that stuff.
I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
My dad was a part-time music producer, and he had a lot of connections. He was also a songwriter.
Okay.
And what he did was he would come home and he put headphones on my head and say, "Okay, sweetheart, sing what you hear."
Wow.
And that's how it started. So at 4 years old, he had me doing this. Then as I grew up, I started on the Country Boy Eddie show, which was a local television show where he spotlighted local talent. And Tammy Wynette got her start there.
Wow.
Wendy Holcomb got their start there. And I just did it as time went on and grew up. Well, then I applied for a job, a talented job at Opryland Music Park.
Is that at
And
Memphis?
no, it was in Nashville in the
Okay.
70s. Yeah. Because I was 14 and I lied and said I was 16.
Okay. Wow.
Then I got fired when they found out I was 14.
Oh, that's too bad. But yeah, but look at you. Yeah, but I mean, did it inspire you to write a song? Something tells me that's the kind of thing you could write a song about.
It is, but I had a better solution for that. I told Miss Dottie that I got fired because I was too young, and I just really wanted to know what the road was like. And she said, "If that's what you want, little one, get in the bus." So she took me and showed me what it was all about,
Okay.
and it was such a wonderful experience and time in my life. And she was such a good role model for being. Uh, she taught me how to handle well, I call fans friends. I don't call them fans. They're friends
Awesome.
because friends support each other. And that's what I feel like my supporters are, is friends.
Okay.
And I don't mind if they email me directly. I don't mind if they, put post out there. I'm going to answer. Everybody on TikTok that has used my song as a background, I went through and did 186 thank yous because I had just found out that it was being used.
Okay.
And, I got all these positive support back and thank yous from them for having the song out,
Okay.
it just meant so much to me. And so I think, with Miss Dottie teaching me how to take time and turn your fans into friends. And you'll always have supporters because your friends are the ones that really support you and help you out.
Okay.
And
Now when it
so
comes to,
that's what I learned.
okay, I got to ask about your education in music, though. I mean, your father put those headsets on your head, but was this woman, was this your music teacher that you're talking about here?
No, I'm talking about Dottie West, the singer.
Oh, okay, wow. I'm sorry, that's incredible, because I know who she is, and I didn't even realize, okay. What
Yeah.
about music lessons? Did you have any as a kid, or were you self-taught, or what? How did that work?
I I tried to take piano, I tried to take flute, tried to take the organ, even the guitar. I cannot read music. I
Okay.
cannot grasp that concept. I cannot play an instrument, but I can sing from my heart and what I feel and what I hear. And I think that's where it really gets to me, is the songs that I pick are the ones that are most emotionally attached. And that's what gives me but no, I had Don Tweedy was a producer when I was 16 years old. My dad said, well, we can get her started with some vocal lessons. And Don Tweedy, God rest his soul, he said, absolutely not. You will ruin that girl's voice. Do not do it. She's young. She has her own inflection. She has her own style. Leave her alone and let her do her thing. So,
Wow, that's phenomenal. So obviously, I guess, the old saying, too many chefs spoil the broth, applies to when somebody has a natural talent, then
right.
it might create kind of a like a barrier to bettering yourself if you don't let it just happen naturally. And I guess that's
It can.
yeah. And in your case,
Yeah,
I
it
guess
can.
that's the case. I can hear just from hearing you talk that you have an awesome voice. And
Oh, well, thank you so much. I
you
appreciate
definitely have a
that.
heavenly sounding voice. And guess what? On that note, we're about halfway through the show now. We're going to listen to a couple of Beth's songs, and we're going to talk about them when we come right back. So keep watching, and we'll be right back.
Wasn't supposed to be a crazy night. I was chilling with a glass of red wine. Wasn't really even missing him. Caught a cab to meet up with my friends. They were late, so I was waiting at the bar. Looked out the window and I saw his car. Some other blonde in the passenger seat. I saw red 'cause she wasn't me. Next thing I know, it's like a land call from a county jail. It's a long story, can't wait to tell ya. Girl, you're gonna die when you hear this one. I messed up good, but it was say yes if you ask me to. Dance all night, hold you tight. I don't wanna be lonely tonight. Here I go, falling again, but there's something I want you to know. You can hold me in your arms all night, make me feel so alive. We won't think about tomorrow or think about goodbye. You can love me till the sun comes up, run your fingers through my hair, but my heart's been broken so many times. Please don't touch me there. Listen to me, talking to you. I hope you understand what I've been through. Too many lies, too many goodbyes. I've given my heart away too many times. Here I go, falling again, but there's something I want you to know. You can hold me in your arms all night, make me feel so alive. We won't think about tomorrow or think about goodbye. You can love me till the sun comes up, run your fingers through my hair, but my heart's been broken so many times. Please don't touch me there. You can hold me in your arms all night, make me feel so alive. We won't think about tomorrow or think about goodbye. You can love me till the sun comes up, run your fingers through my hair, but my heart's been broken so many times. Please don't touch me there. Please don't touch me there.
Oh, Beth, those were great. What did we just watch? Tell me about the songs that we just watched and listened to.
The song you just wrote was "Please Don't." You saw was "Please Don't Touch Me There."
Yep, like at the beginning you mentioned. Yep,
Yep, and "Bail Money."
yep.
Those
Okay.
are the two that we have out right now, and I just love them because both of them are very personal. Actually, "Bail Money" actually came about because my other job when I'm not singing, I'm a corrections nurse, so I
Oh,
work in the prisons, I work in the jails, and it's just it just struck me funny, and it was like, okay, two women fighting in a bar. Yeah, that's that never happened. So
well, I gotta tell you, I'm sitting here talking to you. I get that you have a comedic side too. I mean, have you ever done any acting?
I have,
Well,
but
talk about it a little. Well, enlighten us.
um, I was just a guest spot. What do you call them? An extra in a movie called what was that movie? With the little young astronauts, space camp.
Oh, okay. I remember that film. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a while.
But it was wonderful to be on set with Leah Thompson and the other people. I think Kelly Preston was in there too. But
Wow.
my goodness, I was 17, 18 years old when I did that. So it was a long time ago.
Well, you don't look that old, but I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I would say no more than 32.
Harrison, I'll give you that $5 later.
It's okay.
I'm 60. I'm 61.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. You're not
yeah.
far behind me then.
No, I'm 61. And what's funny is I stopped my career at 22 to get married and have children.
Yep.
And then I got divorced and I went to nursing school. And so that's how I provided for my children. I gave up this career and I remarried uh, almost it's October be 21 years ago.
Okay.
And I have the most supportive, loving, caring husband that you could ever imagine.
That's awesome.
And I woke up February 2019 and I said, I'm going back into show business. I want to go sing again. And he woke up and he said, hot damn. And he got up, went and bought an entire studio setup,
Okay.
put it up in the spare bedroom. And the next thing I know, we're doing home recordings to get me back, in the groove. And then I met a man named Sam McClung, and he hooked me up with Randy Coors, and it's just been going ever since. Fabulous. And Steve Foster was a promoter that hooked me up with Caden Gordon, and Caden has done such a phenomenal job with my career in a year.
Wow.
Because of Caden, I've so far won 6 awards. I've got 6 more nominations. 3 of them are overseas. 3 of them are from the ISSA. He's got me on so much circulation. He's got me on 7,000 radio stations.
Wow.
I do interviews around the world. But my big thing is somebody says, hey, I'm on this timeline and I need to do an interview at 2:00 in the morning. You better bet I'm getting up and I'm getting dressed and I'm going to do that Zoom interview at 2:00 in the morning.
Wow.
Because if they're kind enough to play my song and promote me and to have that much support in my career, then I'm going to get up and have that much support in them to make sure that it comes to fruition and happens for them.
Wow, that's
I
incredible.
just appreciate everybody's support and everything they've done to boost me up to get where I am.
Is your husband a musician too?
He likes to think so. I bought him a drum set.
Well, okay, but I mean, does he ever accompany you in any of your gigs?
He'll go and
I
support.
mean, I know we'll go to watch it, but he won't sing with you, right? Or play with.
No,
Okay.
my husband is not a singer. He actually is not in the music business at all.
Okay.
So yeah, he's the one that stands there and supports and takes care of and makes sure that I have everything I need. Him and my 38-year assistant Kathy.
38-year assistant. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, she's been with me 38 years, and she supports. She gets me in those costumes, and she tapes me up and puts me in and makes me sure I look good. And then, my husband jokingly says, my God, she's been places I've never been. You have got her taped in that costume.
Wow, she's been with you more than half your life then.
Oh, yeah, she has.
Wow.
And she's been a joy to have in my life. She's one of my biggest supporters. And matter of fact, we had a fundraiser in Nashville several weeks ago for Autism in Tennessee.
Yes, I know. Caden was there, and I have autism too, so I can appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we did that, and Kathy and I were driving around the city just rehearsing my songs. And I said, you know what? Why don't you do the background voices for me? And she just looked at me, which she does for me when we're doing the home studio. And she goes, really? I said, yeah. She goes, I've never sang on stage with you. I've never sang in public with you. And I said, well, it's about time we changed that. So she got up there. She had the best time. She did such a good job. And I was so thankful for her doing it. So she's really a good person to have in my life.
Of course she is. Now, is she a singer too? I mean,
she's a singer, but she's never done it professionally. She doesn't have a desire for that. Her desire is, just to be a good supportive friend and assistant.
Do you have children?
I have 2 boys, 32 and 28, and I just had my first granddaughter.
Oh, congratulations. Wow. Okay. So I assume.
Then I have 2 inherited children that are 2 daughters.
Okay.
That are my husband's.
Yep.
And then one of them has 2 girls that are, I think, 12 and 14, and the other one has a grandson that's he'll be 3. Well, matter of fact, he's 3 today. So
well, congratulations. Wow, I'm glad I asked.
We have a house full. It is great.
Well, you're going to have a birthday celebration after this, aren't you?
Me?
Well,
not
no, for her. You said isn't this your granddaughter's birthday?
No, it's my grandson's.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, okay, your grandson's birthday. You can have a celebration for him?
They're having it Saturday, but I have to work up here in Nashville, so I will
Okay.
miss it. But I'll
Oh,
get to see them. My husband said he will take because I'm up here working in one of the psych prisons.
all right.
While
That's
I'm
right. Wow.
Yeah, I'm up here working in the psych prison, so I can work on the other, the music career too at the same time on my off days. So that's why I took this assignment up here, because I wanted to get those other songs out, and I could do them up here. And instead of taking a job 3 hours south, I took it 3 hours north. So
Well, I got to ask about working in a prison. I mean, aren't you a little nervous doing that? I would be. That's just me, though. Maybe, obviously, if you've got it down, and the prisoners are cool with you, and you're cool with them, and you don't have to worry about. And I mean,
well,
these aren't the most dangerous ones, or I got to ask. I'm sorry. I mean, I know it's a
I'm in
crazy
maximum
question.
security. It's maximum security prison
It is.
here in Nashville. Yeah,
Wow.
it is. We have to have two guards at all times with us. If we go in a cell, we have to have, we're very safe. But
Okay.
I will tell you that working in other prisons and jails that are not psych related, they're just criminal related.
Yeah.
Once they get off the the drugs or the alcohol or whatever situation that inspired them to do whatever they did, they're actually the different people than when they came in. And I've never had a problem with a prisoner. I've never had a problem. I've always said that they call me Nurse Mama because I treat them like my children. If they do something wrong or they come in and they've had a fight or something, I usually go, if you were my son, you would be standing in that corner on your head right now. You
Wow.
know, I so I mean, you just got to talk to them like a parent because that's really something a lot of them say they were missing was
Yeah. Yeah.
structure.
Right.
And so I do, I give it to them, and a lot of them say, "Okay, Mama," and so a lot of them call me Nurse Mama
Do you ever?
because they know that I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to reprimand you as if you were a child. If you want to act like a child, I'm going to treat you like a child. Y'all are grown men. Stop fighting over stupid stuff, you know. So that's the way it is
Do you ever?
now,
Do you ever?
and I'm bandaging them up the whole time,
Okay.
making sure they're not bleeding or anything, but they get the talking to.
Do you ever sing with them?
I
Okay.
have.
What about? I know. I just thought of something. How about the idea of you doing a female version of Jailhouse Rock with them, like when they're good?
That's a good idea.
Thank you. I try to come up with those, and every now and then I strike oil or gold, whatever.
Yeah, I
Potato.
think you just did. That could be the follow up to bail money.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking, because that's what when you mentioned that. And how long you been at this prison for? How many years?
I've been here just a month, and but I've been doing the prisons off and on for 20 years.
Wow. Different ones?
Oh yeah, all over the country.
Okay. All right. Well, guess what? We're now closing in on the final 5 minutes of the show. I hope you had fun with me. Once we add those.
I loved it.
Okay. So what I want you to do in the remaining time is look at your unit there. You're very clear. Give shouts out to people that are going to see the show. Probably everybody that you mentioned, but you can condense them. Your close people in your family, whatever, and then we'll wrap the show up with my snap and the way we began it, and all that.
Well, Caden is my promoter. My husband, my children, my grandchildren, my orthopedic surgeon, who's my best friend,
Okay.
and my and my another doctor who's my best friend. I have two of those, and they're both very supportive of my career as well.
Okay.
And all these wonderful people. Amanda Walker, she's an incredible musician that is a excellent friend of mine up here. Caitlin Myers, Megan Droke, Randy Court. I just got such a support group. John D is a new friend of mine. He's a guitarist. And like I said, I've just met so many people. Aaron Starr is a new one. I share a house here with John D and Aaron. They're two musicians, singer songwriters. And I had met John D at Randy Court's Christmas party. And he said, he and I just kind of kept in touch. And I told him I was in town, wanted to get together and write. And he said, well, do you know anybody who needs to rent a room? And I said, well, I would like to move closer to the prison than I am because I'm so tired when I get off work. I was living with a friend that had a studio apartment off her house, who used to be with a famous family named the Nobles. And I was very thankful that she let me live in her house for a couple of weeks. And then John D gave me the opportunity to move closer. So I'm sharing a home with two other musicians, and that, them doing gigs at night, me working at night, and everybody sleeping during the day. It's great.
Okay, that's swell. And now, do you have anything coming up in the near future that you want to make reference to? Even though, I mean, I just like to make sure that if there's something coming up that you want to mention, go ahead, and because I want to make sure we cover everything.
We're going to release another song at the end of this month called "Cause I Want You Back."
Okay.
It's one that's very special to me and my husband. He heard it and just hit him emotionally, and he asked me if I would do it for us, and so I did.
Okay.
And we're going to release that at the end of the month. And we've got the CMA Fest coming up and the ISSA Awards in August. I have a concert for the Fall Festival up in Massachusetts in October. I'm doing with Caden and
Winchendon. That'll be in Winchendon.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
I know the town well. It's a great little town. If you've never been there, I think you'll like it very much.
I haven't, and I'm very excited to go to any and all places, and I am open to traveling and going to anywhere that anybody would like to have me come. I know, and I have a wonderful pianist that will go with me, Amanda. She's a concert pianist. She writes music for the Young and the Restless, for the NCIS, and she's even been on there playing her song. So that's somebody that you might. She's actually Caden is just now started promoting her as well.
Okay, well, if you had a good time with me, which I think you did,
I did.
I had a great time too. You're a wonderful talent and a great person to interview. Very easy to talk to. Very outgoing and plenty of vivacious spirit, which is incredible. Which is what we love on Topic Time. So feel free to give my number to anybody that you think might be a great guest on my show.
I will. I have three ladies that I would love for you to interview.
Okay, I'll do it. All right, we're going to wrap the show up, and we do me a favor, stick around for a few minutes, and we'll take pictures for Facebook, and I'll tag you in them.
Sounds great.
All right, folks, we're wrapping up another great Topic Time interview. See you next time. Rolling out and signing off, whatever we do.